the appropriate way. But you only have a better opportunity for success if you can limit the interaction that one would have with the negative forces, the forces that repel God. If you can quarantine the population of people from these negative forces while they are at a very low head count, you have a stronger probability of getting your concept rooted in these people and allowing them to act it out in the world. But if they are still in an infancy state and traumatized from what they experienced during the flood, and the head count is low, even though they're multiplying, the head count is still low. It's nowhere near the population that it once was before the flood. And you get these people all coagulated in one area. Even though these spirits are disembodied, they will find a way to interact with these people. And we see this going on amongst the world. This is the only reason why idol worshiping is pervasive. It's because God disembodied these spirits. They no longer have a vessel. And they must now find a vessel. And in finding a vessel, they partner with man, Noah's descendants, and they make vessels for them. The fallen ones are at the mercy of men, Noah's descendants, to make vessels for them. So now they have permeance in the physical world by way of a mechanical object. So Nimrod is the character that spearheads this whole campaign. And Nimrod is the person that Abram's father pretty much works for. Abram's father, Terah, gets all of his clientele because of the systems in which Nimrod would enact. He's working within Nimrod's system, creating idols for the people within the system and for the system itself to work. And Abram gets firsthand knowledge of this. He's like, okay, I see how this system works. I grew up in this kingdom. My father is very powerful and renowned throughout the entire region for creating these idols. I know what these idols are used for. I know what spirits they call upon to inhabit these idols. I know who is campaigning for this to happen. I know all of the lower level people, the directors, and then those beneath them that manage the system. I know all of this. And because I know all of this, I'm perplexed at my own creation. You mean to tell me that this idol is God? The Apocrypha goes into detail as to the wanderings of Abram in his early years, before he ever becomes Abraham, before we ever get to the junction in Scripture where chapter 12 conveys all the promises that God has for Abram. Before all of this, Abram is wandering. He's doing his best to stay in alignment with his father's philosophy in his house so that he stays in good graces with his father. And he works for the family business. He helps his father sell the idols. He knows how they're made. And while his father is making these idols, he's wondering, is this really God? Like, is this the creator of everything housed in this idol? I mean, my dad went and got the wood. My dad got up in the morning and decided to get up and go to the forest and cut the tree down. And then to bring the wood back to the house. And then to shave it down and to design it in whatever appropriate manner that sustains the image that the person wants. Yet, this is God. Had it not been for my father taking it upon himself to do these things, this spirit wouldn't have a vessel. This is what Abram is looking at. And then he takes it further and he says, you know, is God in the tree that I cut down to house this spirit? the tree? If God is in the tree, well, then who designed the tree? Is God in the wind? Well, if God is in the wind, who designed this whole system that makes the wind relevant? Is God in the sun? Well, if God is in the sun, or if God is the sun, then how does that interact with the moon? And then how did the sun birth the moon? And then how did the sun come upon this particular vessel that we're on this planet? And how did all of this other stuff spring forward? These are the thoughts of Abram. And while Abram is pondering these things, he's working side by side with his father Terah in building idols. Abram was initially an idol worshiper.